Moonlight Nana. Hello everyone, I'm Moonlight Nana and this is my 5th Medibang Paint Pro tutorial video. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope it can help you start off your first step in your digital art journey. In the previous tutorial video, I have showed you how to open a new project. This tutorial video will cover the first part of the basics of Toolbar. I will be explaining about the first 5 tools in the Toolbar. So let's get started. Okay, here I have already opened a new project and the canvas is ready for drawing. You can use a drawing tablet or a mouse to start drawing, whichever you prefer. But for this tutorial video, I will be using a mouse. So those of you who do not have a drawing tablet yet, it's fine. Using a mouse can still get the job done. Okay, so the mouse cursor will start off as the brush tool by default. You can see that the mouse cursor has a small arrow and a tiny circle, which is the brush tool. Now let's look at the tools at the toolbar at the left side of the screen. You'll notice that the first icon is highlighted in blue. This means that this icon is selected. Any icon highlighted in blue means it is selected. Okay, so we'll start with the first tool, which is the brush tool. The brush tool is used to draw lines. Now let's try to draw a line over here. To draw a line, click on a certain spot on the canvas and hold it. Drag the mouse to form a line and then release. And there you have it. You have now successfully drawn a line. For those who are using a drawing tablet, the process of drawing is the same as when you draw on a physical paper. Okay, to change the color of the lines, select a new color in the color window. Okay, let's see, I'll choose red, and then you'll see that the line has turned into red. Okay, to change the type of brush, select a different brush type in the brush window. So for example, I'll use a brush over here, and then I'll draw another line, or I can even use pencil like so. Okay, and draw the pencil. Okay, to change the size of the brush, set it in the brush control window over here like so, or you can also change it over here in the brush size window like so, somewhere like this. Okay, alright, so when you're comfortable with the brush tool, we can go on to the next tool, which is the eraser tool. The icon which is underneath the brush tool is the eraser tool, and its icon would look like that, the cursor. So this eraser tool will be used to erase the lines or color on the canvas. So when you select the eraser tool, you will notice that the cursor turned into a circle with an eraser symbol. Okay, the way to use it is the same as the brush tool. You simply click and hold it, and then move the mouse over to the lines that you want to erase, like so. Okay, and when you're done, you simply release the mouse. Alright, so you can also change the size of the eraser at the brush control window, or you can choose at the brush control window over here, or you can choose any which from the brush size window, and it will still erase, but in a smaller size. Okay, so now I want to erase all of this line on this canvas, but it is kind of hard if I keep doing it like this. It takes time to erase these lines away if I use such approach or technique. So I want the erasing to be more convenient. Now, of course, we have good news for this. There is a third tool which is more handy when it comes to the problem I just faced, which is known as this icon over here, the eraser lasso tool. Okay, this tool is a new feature on Medibang Paint Pro. It's just recently updated, and in my original tutorial video of this same topic, the eraser lasso tool wasn't released yet. So now this tutorial video, I will be explaining about it for the first time. Okay, so when the eraser lasso tool is selected, the cursor will turn like so. What this eraser lasso tool does is erasing anything that is within its hoop. Let me demonstrate this. I will click, okay, I'll click over here and hold at a certain point, and then I'll move the mouse to form something like a hoop, or you could call it like a lasso, and then I will end the lasso line at the initial point where I click, okay, and then I release. Now the area in which was within the lasso I drew just now has just been erased very quickly and conveniently. I don't have to use the regular eraser tool anymore. Okay, you can also instantly erase the drawing in an irregular shape, for example like this, and it is the lines or the drawing within those irregular shape I just did is now erased. So for example, I do a heart shape like this and it is erased like so. Okay, so the release of this third tool of the tools bar is one I am very happy and I'm very glad of. It really makes the drawing process easier, right? So I can just simply do this thing and it's gone, just like that. Alright, now let's move on with the fourth tool, which is the shape brush tool over here. Okay, the shape brush tool is used to draw shapes. When you select this tool, you pay attention to the function bar up here. Okay, here it shows a few options for the shape brush tool, which are line, polyline, curve, rectangle, ellipse, and polygon. Okay, so please take note about this. Now I need to remind you also that the looks of the shape brush tool follows the type of brush that is selected. Okay, like over here, the selected one is pencil, so I want to make sure that I use the pen brush to demonstrate this. Okay, now the first function of the shape brush tool up here is the line tool. To use it, simply click and hold at any point on the canvas and then drag the mouse to another point until you see a thin black line. Then release the mouse. Okay, the straight line is now drawn on the canvas. Very easy, right? And now you can see the difference in straightness between this line drawn using the shape brush tool and the line which I initially draw freely. So you can see how neat the red line looks as compared to the one without any shape function. Okay, now the second function is the polyline. The polyline is over here. So you use this polyline to draw crooked lines. To use this, simply click on any point on the canvas and you will see a square at the clicked point. This square marks the first point. After this, you can click on any other points to make a connecting line like so. At the next clicked point, a circle will be in place, as well in the next point and the next and so forth. Okay, so why are there these circles at every point? Okay, the circles are useful to make changes or move points when you click, how do I say, like to move the points which you clicked just now. Okay, so you hover your mouse cursor on any of these circles until it turns into an up, down, left, right arrow sign, like this. So when you see the cursor change on the circle, you can click and hold it, then move the circle to change its point of location, like so. Okay, and you can change for all the others as well, like this and this and this as well. Okay, now when you are satisfied with the way the curve, the polyline shows or look, you can double click and the line will be drawn on the canvas. Alright, now the third function of the shape brush tool is this, the curve line. So you use this when you want to draw a curve using similar process like the polyline. You simply click on a point and then you click on the next point. Okay, from here you can determine the curvature of the next points, the curvature of the line by how do I say, by determining the next point which you click and its distance from the previous points. Okay, like so, and then the rest will play out like the polyline function. Okay, like so. Now you can also move the marks by clicking and dragging on the circle, so you can change the circle points, like you can see in the screen right now. I can change the points freely. Okay, now once the curved line is drawn, you cannot change these points anymore, so make sure that you, how do I say, you are satisfied with the way these lines look before you double click to end it, like so. Okay, so I hope you can keep up with this. There's a few more functions and tools that I need to cover. Alright, so the fourth function is the rectangle. Now use this rectangle to draw rectangle or squares. Simply click on any point of the canvas and hold, then drag the cursor until a rectangle is formed, one that is to your liking. So now you may refer to the thin black line to help you get an idea of how the rectangle is going to look like. Okay, you can determine its width and its height and its size and so on and so forth. Okay, so after determining its height and its width and its size overall, you simply release the mouse and the rectangle is drawn on the canvas. Okay, the fifth function of shape brush tool is the ellipse. Now use this to draw ellipses, circles, or anything round. To use it, it's similar to the rectangle just now. You just click on any point of the canvas and then drag the mouse until you see a thin black line forming a round shape. Okay, so you may refer to the thin black line to determine the width, the height, and the size of the ellipse. Alright, when you're satisfied with the ellipse look, then you may release your mouse and the ellipse or the round shape will be drawn automatically on the canvas. Now the final of shape brush tool function is the polygon over here. Now you use the polygon to draw a shape with many sides. The way to use it is almost the same as the polyline. You can first start by clicking on any point on the canvas and you'll see the square that marks the initial point. Now you click on the next point and the first circle will appear. then keep clicking on more points, and then you'll notice that it's always going to connect. All the lines will always connect to the initial clicked point, which is the square over here. So you can make as many sides as you want, or choose to move it later on, like so. Okay, and then double click to end the shape, and so you have it. This is the shape of like any polygon. Alright, so those are the 6 functions of the shape brush tool. Some are easy to do, some are not so easy to do, but please practice a lot so that you can create a picture just by using the shape brush tool and all the functions available up here. Now let's move on to the dot tool, which is the 5th tool in the tools bar, just this one. Now the dot tool is similar to the brush tool, but the line that you draw is pixelated like this. So you can see this is a pixelated line. It looks jaggy, and so this is the dot tool. Now the size of the dot tool cannot be changed in the brush control window, so see, it will stay the same. You cannot change it in the brush size window or the brush control window, but there are only 3 sizes other than this one. Okay, and you can change the size of the dot tool in the function bar. Okay, this over here, this one is the size options for dot tool. Its units is in pixel. So clicking here, we got 1 pixel, 2 pixel, and 3 pixel. Okay, the difference in sizes is like so. This is 1 pixel, then you have the 2 pixel over here, and then finally the 3 pixel for dot tool. Okay, the difference in the sizes is limited, but you can still change the color of the pixel, I mean the dot tool over here. So you can change it to black and we'll still have black, or you can change it to perhaps blue, and then like so. The only difference with the actual brush is that you cannot have more than 4 sizes. There's only 1, 2, 3 sizes for the dot tool. Okay, so you might be thinking, then what is the use of the dot tool? Well, frankly, there's nothing special about it, but for me, I use the dot tool for rough sketches. Okay, so there you have it, the first 5 tools of the tools bar. So just by knowing and applying these 5 tools, you can already draw something, even if it's just a line. Remember that every drawing starts with a line, and it is the combination of lines that make the whole thing into an art. Then so from what you learn in this video, try to draw something using only the brush tool, eraser lasso tool, shape brush tool, and the dot tool. Whether you're using a drawing tablet or a mouse, it doesn't matter. You can still draw something using the first 5 tools in the toolbar. I used the mouse to do this, to demonstrate it. Now you can too. So usually in the early stages of the art, your drawing might not look as good as you hope it would, but with lots of practice you can hone your drawing skills, so take your time. Okay, now in the next tutorial video, I will be showing you how to save your art or your drawings here on Medibang Paint Pro, so look forward to it. Now that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial video of Medibang Paint Pro. Please like this video and subscribe to Moonlight Nana channel, or follow me on Facebook. Together we help each other in our art journey. Have a blessed day ahead, everyone.